I'm here with Chris Gesell from Verizon. Chris is the Chief Cloud Strategist, so you've got the word cloud right in your name. That tells me a little bit about how Verizon's adapting to these new business models. Inside of Verizon, what is your role exactly as the cloud strategist?
So in Verizon, I primarily focus on setting the roadmaps and the direction of where we're heading with our cloud offerings, the markets that we're going to compete in, and the target segments that we're going to go after with our cloud offerings. So at Verizon, we're big believers in the cloud. We think it's going to be very, very important to our business model. We think it's a high growth area that we have the right skills, heritage, and capabilities to compete in.
Now, earlier we interviewed your colleague on the wholesale side, and he was mentioning how the cloud isn't really a competitive thing for Verizon. It doesn't compete with the services Verizon offers. It's more of an evolutionary step in the development of the network. How do you see the different cloud offerings like Amazon, Rackspace, and some of the others that are out there? They seem to be built on commodity hardware and not what I would call carrier grade. Do you guys differentiate yourselves from that, or do you feel like those two different approaches to the cloud are someday going to be one?
Well, I think they are moving together. I don't know that I would describe it as carrier grade, but I would describe it more as enterprise focused.
Okay.
So we're really building upon our heritage, and it is really an evolutionary tale. So we've been in the managed hosting business for well over 14 years. So that is a business where we've been deploying and managing web properties for our customers for many, many years, and we really built upon that expertise and understanding of what enterprises are looking for. So it's not really just about technologies, it's also about the service level agreements, how customers want to contract, and really helping our customers understand and form their application strategy. Because when you think about it, cloud is really just a delivery model. And what we do is focus in on helping our customers move their applications to the cloud to harness the power of this new delivery model. And we're coming from the position of understanding enterprises. That's traditionally where we've played. And we've built our cloud today to focus in on the enterprise offerings.
Well, that makes sense. And since you do spend so much time talking to enterprises, what is it that they're asking from Verizon when they go to put applications in the cloud or to cloud enable some part of their business? What specific, sort of characteristics do they want?
So there's two things that really jump out as the primary things that our enterprise customers focus in on. First and foremost, it's the security. And so security is paramount when they move to the cloud. One of the most important assets that any company has is their data. And they want to have the assurance and the understanding that when they put their data on your cloud, that it's as safe as if it was in their own enterprise.
Right.
So first and foremost, we focus in on security, embedding it in our cloud offerings, and then also offering multiple layers of security on top of that our customers can layer on. Secondarily, we help them with moving their applications to the cloud. So we have professional services that help them do the migration. And we've also built our cloud offering that doesn't force our customers to rewrite their applications or write them to a specific language. It's really about easy portability from the enterprise to the cloud today with the security and the availability and the SLAs that they're expecting from an enterprise provider like Verizon.
And when it comes to how enterprises pay for the cloud, I mean, managed services and infrastructure as a service, or these are all different business models. Has cloud kind of become its own business model, or does it sort of fall neatly into contracts with SLAs and sort of the way that enterprises usually pay for communication services?
Well, I think you made a good point. It does very closely align to how enterprises were paying for communication services. It's a metered service. So the cloud delivery model is very much on demand, pay for what you use, when you use it, provision to need, not to peak. And I think that is disruptive to many IT providers, the traditional providers. As a carrier, that fits very nicely to the models that we're used to. So I'd say it is a disruptive model, but it actually aligns very closely to what we've been doing for years. I mean, if you think about it, at Verizon, we send over 100 million metered IT bills every month to our subscribers.
Okay, so yeah, that's essentially, like you said, build to need, not to peak. So that it fits nicely with the model of a bandwidth provider or someone who's always having to manage those expensive assets with the customer who only has a budget to pay so much per month and that sort of thing.
We think the key tenets of being a cloud provider play to our strengths. We understand global capacity management. We understand providing massively scaled operations. We understand how to provide massively scaled infrastructure, and we know how to send metered bills. So when you think about the core tenets of providing a cloud service, we think that plays very well to the carrier strengths, our heritage, our expertise, and really it's an evolutionary tale of building upon the things we've been working on for the last decades.
That said, there's still a component that's a little bit different with the evolution of the cloud, because you have inside of Verizon and other carriers, you have the network side and the IT side that are now working more closely together than they ever have. How is that? How has Verizon sort of adapted in changing the way that it aligns itself and does business? I mean, your title is almost a testament to the fact that it's taking it very seriously. But can you comment on sort of some of the alignment going on inside of Verizon?
So we certainly are realigning our business to the market. I think we're reacting to where the market's pushing us to go. We actually formed a cloud services division. There is a president of that cloud division, and I work directly for that president. And we're focused in on making sure that we maximize the value of the network and we really bring the cloud computing capabilities to the network, ultimately forming the network as an IT platform unto itself. Because if you really think about its most basic level, cloud computing is just taking IT and making it a network resource.
Right, right, making it something that people can have wherever they are on whatever device, and that shouldn't matter if they're doing consumer grade stuff like email or if they've got some sort of healthcare application or something like that.
Absolutely.
Okay, Chris, thanks very much for your thoughts today. I appreciate it.
My pleasure.